23-year-old Henry Sargent, described as an odd fellow and a loner with very few, if any, friends, was obsessed with 17-year-old Sevilla Jones. By some accounts, she thought of him as more of a friend, if anything. As time pushed on, Henry's actions grew more and more erratic, even telling people if she would be his, then he could not go on in this world. But before that, he decided he would have to kill her. Henry made good on his promise. On Friday the 13th, January 1854, Henry, laying in wait, watched Sevilla walk by on her way to school with her brother. "Good morning, Henry," she said, walking by. Those would be her last words spoken. He pulled out a revolver, aimed it to her head, and fired 4 shots, exploding into Sevilla's head, killing her instantly. And with the last bullet saved for himself, Henry put the gun against his temple and pulled the trigger. Though he did not die instantly, the town doctor, being told what happened, refused to treat his wounds, rather letting him die where he lay. In his pocket was a note wishing to be buried next to her. And here we are at the grave of one murderer. This is the grave of Henry Sargent. He is the man responsible for killing that poor girl. All it says is son of Daniel and Charlotte Sargent. Died January 13th, 1854. 23 years, 5 months. Murderer. Couldn't take no for an answer. And the coward took her life. That's his mother's grave, Charlotte Sargent. I don't see his father anywhere right here. And unfortunately, he was buried in the same cemetery and wasn't buried very far. I'm gonna guess not even 200 feet from that grave. And you know, back in those days, I mean, this murder happened almost 180 years ago, and you got to imagine how small it was over here. But you would think that the family would have enough respect where they would not bury him in the same cemetery. But cremation wasn't really a thing then, so. This is the murder victim, Sevilla Jones. Daughter of George and Sarah Jones, murdered by Henry Sargent, January 13th, 1854. She was 17 years, 9 months old. And it says in the bottom right here, this lovely, blooming daughter, by the revengeful hand, a malicious Henry, when on her way to school, he met her and with a 6 self-cocked pistol shot her 5 times, and then the last bullet he saved for himself. And that is her father right there. And the mother. Her father died a few months before she did. So this woman had to bury her daughter. And her husband. Rest in peace to the Jones family. I've never seen a grave of the murderer on it. All right, guys, I'm Lamont at Large. I'll catch up with y'all later. Peace out.